Hello everybody, my name is Carsten Lexa and I'm the President of G20 YEA Germany. And today I have a great honor because I'm not alone here. With me is Horst Wenske. A lot of you guys know this person. He is the former National President of JCI Germany. He is with the G20 YEA Summit. He was there several times. He was in Moscow, he was in China. And I'm very, very happy that you have taken the time to speak not only to me but to our thousands of viewers of this video. And the reason why we are sitting here is because we want to talk about your experience at the G20 YEA Summit that you have been attended. So tell me, what are your experiences? What happened at these summits, and especially why do you go back all the time to the next summit? Why do you do that?
I mean, it's one person is of course the people I meet there from the G20 countries. There is a selection of the delegates coming there, and it means most of all the delegates are interesting for me. Have an interesting background, interesting business, or actually interesting driver why they go there.
Yes.
Further for me, it's a high-level political engagement.
Yeah, that's
so we
true.
discuss in the development of the communique what could be done, especially between the G20 states, to foster or improve entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So, and that's also going in the process further on the direction of the former G20 or former G20 head of state.
And we give it to the German Chancellor.
Exactly. So it's also a high political engagement, and also for me to get a better understanding what is the economic situation of different countries, and how potentially also from the business perspective I could make some good business in that environment. Or we could offer in Germany, or offer, for example, in Mexico or China or whatever.
You have been in Moscow and you also have been in China. Was there a specific experience where you say, well, yeah, that was great, a person I met there, or something that happened that you still remember?
There are many impressions.
Well, I can imagine.
I mean, what is remarkable, the summits have a very strong national flavor.
Yeah, that's
for example, I was in Moscow, I was in Sydney, and I was also in Beijing. And each of them are very different. Yeah. Even if you have the same people, sometimes you recognize the very different angles, different major points or themes. Yeah. Number one. Number two, you start also after some time to develop some friendships. Hello again. And you start to develop also business. In my very first in Moscow, I met a colleague in India. And we started to work together in software development. He's in Trichy in South India. So actually also from business collaboration point of view, it makes sense. Or I remember in Moscow, it was with, I think, Comparex with Mexico. And we discussed...
Copamex, I think. Copamex, yes.
Yeah, exactly. We discussed about the dual education system we are using in Germany. And actually nowadays, they're really introducing the first pilots of a dual education system in Mexico. So it's funny if you say, okay, it was something 2013, we had a discussion, and nowadays you see some of the discussions, some inputs from drivers is actually now done in the country. So that's normally not something you do on a daily basis.
And very often, I mean, we discuss things that then go into the communique, and for our viewers, we should say that at each summit, we like develop a communique, like a set of recommendations that we give to presidents in Germany, to the Chancellery. And sometimes you see that some things that you incorporate into a communique, that suddenly they appear at a higher level, let's say at the G20, for example, where the ministers discuss certain ideas. And that is, I think, very, very great. Now, my last question to you is this. The summit in Berlin in June this year is quickly approaching, and if there are delegates who watch that and say, oh, that is great, I will be there, I am a delegate. How should I prepare myself for that summit? What would you tell them? What should they do? Of course, they should bring business cards. And they should have an open mind, because there are a lot of cultures, a lot of different opinions with the delegates. But is there something that you say, that helped me because I prepared in that way? Is there something that you can tell the delegates who are looking forward to the summit in Berlin?
In general, you have two questions: what you're looking for and what can you bring to the table. So, for example, you should have some material, what's your company about, what your service or products, and what do you need or actually can offer. That should be number one. Number two, you're also representing your country at such a summit. So bring something maybe which is specific for your country. Can be some sweets, some little souvenirs, something you say, that's typical for actually even my area where I'm living or for my country. And third, it's not only the summit. I mean, especially for this summit, we are also having pre-tours and we have a side program as well. Yes. So as you know, I'm also involved in the preparation for that.
I know.
So it's not only to say I'm 2-3 days in Berlin and focus on the summit. It takes a bigger perspective and take, for example, a pre-tour where you have some company visits or innovation center visits or cultural visits where you get more out of it than just the summit. The summit is a meeting place, it's a hub, but there's also a very interesting side program, and you should be also aware of that.
Yeah. So I think that is a great piece of advice, or basically 3 pieces of advice. Prepare yourself, let people know what you are doing, bring something that is specific from your country, and well, the last is don't only focus on the summit, but be prepared, for example, to stay a few days before that, for example, with our pre-tours, or a few days after that, and just enjoy Germany and get to know the country a little bit better.
Exactly.
Well, Horst, thank you very much. It was a pleasure as always. I'm really looking forward to going with you to this summit, and I think we will have a great time. And when you have watched the video and you think, well, that is great, contact the nearest organization in the G20 countries where you are located, and I hope to see you all in June in Germany, and I hope he is feeling better until then. It was a pleasure. Thank you.